Abraham called God Jehovah Jireh, God who provides. God provided a ram, but notice, before God provided that ram in the bush, he tested Abraham. Abraham had to trust God with his son. Can you imagine when God told Abraham to gather his things and take his son as a sacrifice? He trusted God. Abraham was obedient. God asked him for something. He did it. He put his son Isaac on the altar. He grabbed the knife because he was getting ready to sacrifice his son to God. A lot of things God might ask you will not make sense to you. That's why you have to know the voice of God, to know that it's him speaking to you. And if he tell you to do it, do it. But just as Abraham was going to come down with that knife, God called his name, told him, don't kill the boy, and told him to look. There was a ram in the bush. God provided the sacrifice because Abraham was willing to sacrifice, to give up that which he loved, but not more than God. A lot of us, we're waiting for God to show up and to show out on our behalf, but we haven't done anything. Yet, we think we deserve it all. Abraham, he got his greatest blessing, and that was faith. It increased his faith. It gave him strength. Not only that, he received a promise from that one son. His seed would be like the sand of the earth. He would be made a father of many nations. We don't want to give nothing. We don't want to lay anything on the altar. We're not bringing a sacrifice for God to provide a ram in the bush for us. For me, it was anger. I had to give up anger. I had to let people say what they wanted to say and not respond. I had to walk away from some arguments. I had to let some things go. I had to lay it on the altar and be prepared to kill my flesh. And when I did that, God gave me peace that I don't have to respond to every negative comment, that I can just walk away and leave it in the hands of God. Not that I'm saying I want God to do anything to anybody, but God fights my battles now. I had to allow him to fight my battle, and I have so much peace. I tell people that because I want to help them like it helped me. And I know people get angry because I'm sure they're saying, of all people to be saying that is her. But I say it because I want to help. I don't have time to waste because you said something smart to me or you disrespected me. I don't have time to, because who are you? You don't deserve my soul. You don't deserve my right standing with God. So say whatever you want to say, but what you reap, you will sow. The same way you treat people, it'll come back to you. You have to be careful because God said, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. That is used loosely because we don't know who's God's anointed. Anybody can be God's anointed. It can be a homeless person and you're rude and mean to them. You don't know if the Holy Spirit lives in that person. God bless.